Today's video is sponsored by SBD Play. SBD Play is a free play sports betting site. Each week, you receive $500 in virtual money to place bets on NFL, NHL, NBA, and MLB contests. You compete against others to climb the leaderboard, and the top earner of each week wins $500 in real money. It's a risk-free environment, free to play, but with $500 in weekly cash rewards. These are real odds, not a fantasy league. Click the link in the description to sign up for SBD Play. SBD Play, real-time odds with zero risk.
The leading receiver, the athletic ninja tight end of this 49er team, who plays with a lot of passion and personality.
George Kittle.
Pass is caught. Kittle breaks one tackle. Another. Wow, what a touchdown.
Like his father, George played college football at Iowa.
Bruce Kittle, who was a co-captain on the '82 Rose Bowl team at Iowa.
Kittle only with 7 catches all year coming into this ball.
Kittle's energy and personality were magnetic.
Beautifully executed.
The first thing I noticed about him is how positive he was.
At Iowa, he was mostly used as a blocker.
And into the end zone, untouched, with a Hawkeye touchdown. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! George Kittle!
As a result, he slipped in the draft.
And I told people, I said, this guy's going to be a star. I promise you, just the way he is, because of how athletic he is, and he's just built for the NFL.
All the way to the 5th round, where offensive genius Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers were waiting. As a rookie, Kittle immediately became one of the go-to weapons on offense.
Good slam, and that's the first touch in the NFL by George Kittle, the rookie tight end out of Iowa. Boy, they really like him and the potential that he brings.
I tried to warn y'all about George Kittle. This guy's a monster.
He can play slot, he can line up wide receiver. We've seen him out of the backfield, he can be on the line, or you can motion him out and do all kinds of things. When you have that kind of weapon, it allows an offensive play caller to use his imagination.
His never-give-up style yielded yards after contact, seemingly every play.
And Kittle powers his way up to the 48-yard line.
So they picked him in the 5th round. They looked at him, they said, you know, maybe we go from in round 3, but they had to go defense, and then he's sitting there in round 5, and they couldn't believe it.
And then after training camp, they said, this guy's the best player on our team.
Yeah.
Against the Colts, on the road, Kittle had his breakthrough performance.
And that's Kittle. How about the call there by Shanahan to have the guts to put it up 4th and a yard, and Hoyer beautifully lofts it in there to the rookie Kittle.
4th quarter, trailing by a touchdown.
Kittle again, and a rookie tight end out of Iowa.
What a dart.
The 49ers are looking for their first win. 4th and goal from the 5.
On 4th and 1, they went to the rookie.
It is Kittle, and did he get to the end zone? He got in there for a touchdown.
It's a great job by Trent Taylor. So when you know that all your receivers are down, it's clear that Kyle Shanahan has a game plan to get Kittle the ball, get him targeted.
The 49ers had a revolving door at QB.
He's open for a first down to the 25, George Kittle.
But near the end of Kittle's rookie year, the team acquired quarterback Jimmy G.
Well, it has been, by all counts, a pretty rough season for 49er fans.
And hopes for the future were high.
Now it's Jimmy G to the rescue, hopefully.
3rd down and 4.
It's the tight end George Kittle, who has at least one catch in every game this season.
The two had instant chemistry.
And connects with Kittle. Kittle down the sideline and knocked out of bounds inside the 15. Garoppolo over the middle, wide open. It's Kittle, the tight end, all the way to the 45. A gain of 23.
Guys are not supposed to be that big, that fast, that physical, that athletic, and that impossible to bring down.
Garoppolo, quick pass, caught. And he's in! Touchdown, 49ers! The second touchdown of George Kittle's career.
The 49ers closed out the season winning 6 of their final 7 games.
They're one of the top offenses in the NFL since Jimmy Garoppolo took over. He was acquired in a trade on October 31st for a second-round pick. Out of an empty set on third down.
They're not just talented, they're not just well coached. Man, they're tough as hell. Like, bully you into the end zone, or until you stop me is the perfect description.
And George Kittle into the open field. The rookie tight end.
Kittle attacked the offseason.
I mean, like, even compared to my rookie year, I'm the same weight, but I lost about like 8% body fat, so that helps too.
Determined to make his mark as the best of the best in year 2. Shanahan's creativity and how he deploys Kittle only grew in the tight end's second season.
George, you had a nice year last year, so it's not like this is completely out of the blue, but you have certainly cranked it up a few notches here.
Fake to Morris. Garoppolo swings it to the near side. Kittle again. And another first down for San Francisco.
His route running is second to none at the position. He has feet like a slot receiver at that size.
Kittle averages more catches, more yards, and more yards per catch than Kelsey.
It was in year 2 when Kittle really developed a reputation for being one of the hardest tackles in football.
His way inside the 10. Love that running from George Kittle. Ran right over Steven Nelson.
He was also one of the best blockers in the league.
Kind of what gets him going the most. What he loves is to make that critical block.
Jimmy G was injured in week 3. This left Kittle with former college teammate Beathard at QB, at least for a few weeks.
It's 3rd and 7. Pushed as he throws. Still connects with Kittle.
Kittle continued to shine in all phases of offense, regardless of who was under center.
Watching Kittle work in practice, excellent route runner.
Get the ball to Kittle.
Kittle, does he have the speed to get there? Kittle at the 10, 5, touchdown! What a play! 82 yards!
Once he gets that ball, there's nobody who's better than him with it. He just runs mean and aggressive.
Second down and now 15, and they go to Kittle. Kittle trying to do the rest himself, has a first down, and Kittle still on his feet, gets knocked out of bounds.
You say that you take a lot of pride in the run game, and it's you've said it so often, I have to believe it's true.
If I can put a 300-pound dude on his back, that feels a lot better than catching a touchdown.
Without a viable QB, NFL teams are destined for obscurity.
I've really been impressed with George Kittle. Extremely productive for the 49ers.
As a result, Kittle's incredible abilities were still relatively unknown to the masses. Then, it was Nick Mullins' turn.
2nd down and 12. What a catch by Kittle! A one-handed grab, foot race. Down near the 5.
This touchdown is a direct result of the defense respecting Kittle as a blocker.
Play action. Wide open. Kittle. Touchdown.
You're in motion a lot.
Oh, don't even get me started. 75% of the time I'm in motion, probably. Wow. Unless it's, even on 3rd down.
Kittle continued to beast through tackles.
The outside, and he gets it to Kittle.
He had a great first career start against the Oakland Raiders, and since then has struggled.
Is the way he runs it, the way he refuses to go down.
It's the tight end, George Kittle, who leads the 49ers with 51 receptions. James, 12 on that one.
Because he's so dynamic as a runner, he's 2nd in the NFL in yards after catch.
When you look around this San Francisco offense, there's not a lot of weapons right now, which is even more perplexing as to how Denver has allowed him to go over 200 yards receiving. There's Kittle wide open. Kittle is gonna go! Touchdown! 85 yards!
In Denver, he finished 14 yards behind Shannon Sharp's single-game receiving yards record.
He's clearly the best tight end in football. It's not even close anymore. He won. It's over. And I think there's a little gap between him and number 2, really.
Kittle, the money man, and yards after the catch. Only Christian McCaffrey has more of those this year than his 49er tight end. Boy, what a great year he's having, and that'll move the chain. So he is 3 yards away from breaking the single-season record held now by Travis Kelce for all of about 3.5 hours.
And he capped off the year by setting the tight end single-season receiving yards record.
Kittle inside the 30, the 20. What an unbelievable year for George Kittle. Has just shattered the single-season record for receiving yards by a tight end. How about that?
Think about all the quarterbacks. He's done that with 3 different quarterbacks this year.
Bounces off the tackle and takes it in.
And Kittle's maybe the best blocking tight end in the NFL.
His blocking elevated the 49ers offense.
Third down and 8. 49ers must get to the 35-yard line for a first down. And they do. It's Kittle. Security blanket for Garoppolo.
With Jimmy G returning, the 49ers found themselves at the top of the NFC.
You better hope he runs out of bounds, because if he doesn't, somebody is going to pay a big price.
Kittle was now without a doubt the hardest tackle in the game.
He's not going down for anybody. What he's going to do is create as much physical damage as he can with the ball in his hands.
It's not that Travis Kelce's a bad run blocker. He's underrated. But Kittle is different. Kittle is look at San Francisco's run game. Kittle's a big part of that.
His name was finding its way into more and more record books.
Garoppolo still has it, now throwing, and catch is made across the 40-yard line by the tight end, George Kittle. 5.5 to play. Kittle just inside the 15. He is so good.
Here's Garoppolo throwing, and wide open downfield is George Kittle.
Stiff arms, breaking tackles, putting his nose down, just driving into people. Come get a taste right now on George Kittle. Great physical play by Kittle after the catch, and a 46-yard pickup.
Joe, yeehaw! Jimmy taking it for a ride.
And the big-time creative plays by Shanahan, more times than not, are orchestrated around Kittle.
Pass is caught by Kittle, and he's short.
Here's Kittle, slow to get up. But it's obvious that he's straining with that left knee.
He would miss a few games with a knee injury, but returned just in time for the playoff push.
Rolling left, eyes that field. Wide open, George Kittle inside the 10. Touchdown, San Francisco. Whoa, baby.
One of the best blocking games a tight end has had, and I'm going to say it, in league history. He was phenomenal last Sunday in Baltimore in the run game.
Against the Ravens, the 49ers ran behind Kittle over and over.
Number 99 for the Ravens is Matt Judon. He's their starting outside linebacker, defensive end.
He really is a really good blocker.
Being unselfish, Kittle would go entire games without running but a handful of routes. His blocking set up the game-tying touchdown. In the biggest game of the year, the 49ers headed to the Superdome in a battle between two 10-2 teams.
Two tight ends for the 49ers here. On the fake to Moser. Got Kittle.
Did he get it inside the pylon or over it? Touchdown.
He's in! Touchdown, San Francisco!
You don't see a tight end in the NFL take over games like that since, I think, Rob Gronkowski in his prime.
As good as the Niners defense is, Breeze is an absolute legend.
Everybody out, just saluting football. There will be no overtime today.
The Saints have taken a 46-45 lead.
3rd and 2, blitz coming. Garoppolo sees, fires incomplete.
Trailing by 1, 39 seconds left in regulation. 4th down and 2.
4th and 2.
Kittle went full beast mode.
Garoppolo fires, it is caught, still on his feet is Kittle with a big play, and the stiff arm, George Kittle.
He bulldozed Saints safety Marcus Williams 22 yards after the initial stiff arm.
The mask is held the entire way by Marcus Williams.
By the end of that run, it was no longer a run. That was a street fight. That was a mugging. George Kittle v. the Saints secondary.
Flags fly, he's down to the 30! What a run by George Kittle!
It was arguably the play of the season.
Robbie Gould to win it.
And cemented the victory.
Snap is high, the kick is up, and it is good! What a win for the 49ers!
If they had an MVP award for a non-quarterback, it might be Kittle.
Next week, he had a quick 13 catches for 134 yards. Routine work for Kittle.
Kittle has it inside the 25.
George Kittle.
Zero fear and zero players that can bring him down at initial contact. It's Kittle again. Powering inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal for the 49ers.
As for Kittle, his play throughout the season garnered him the largest contract in tight end history.
On 2nd down. Garoppolo. Oh!
Here comes Kittle. Cuts inside to get away from the defenders. That's a nice, subtle move. Normally you run your route straight upfield from your spot.
Kittle is over, breaks a tackle. And giving this 49ers offense a little juice, and the crowd comes to life.
That's Kittle here in the slot.
On 3rd and goal. Pressure. Garoppolo. Looking, firing. Touchdown, George Kittle.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
This guy is so good, so dangerous, and so versatile. He can dominate a game without catching a single pass.
In the playoffs, Kittle wasn't utilized as a receiver often.
And it's rare for a tight end to want to block.
That's how good of a blocker he is.
Behind Kittle and the line, the 49ers rushed 40 times for 187 yards in the divisional round, then rushed for 285 yards and 4 touchdowns in the championship game. In just 3 seasons, he's risen from obscure 5th-round draft pick to the best tight end in football. Kittle's favorite character is the Joker.
Boom, perfect timing.
Which is fitting, since he laughs hysterically while pancaking defenders.
Why so serious?
Nobody brings it home like Joe.
Vincent.
Nobody.
Make it so.